Hi, this is Elvira and from Scrappy Mania, and today I'm going to show you how to create this doll. But this is the first doll that I created, and it's from a website that I found through Pinterest, and I'll put the link on the description below on the website. So hope you enjoy it. I had to cut it in 3 parts because it's a long video, so each part is going to be at least 20 to 30 minutes long. So I hope you enjoy it and follow through with the part 2 and part 3 of this tutorial, and let's go to it. Scrappy Mania, today I want to show you how to create this lovely little doll. It's a perfect gift for the holidays, and it did not take that long to make. It took me about an hour, and this is the first time I ever made it, and there was some trial and error, so that's why it took me an hour. But it's going to take you a lot less than that, especially if you follow my tutorial. So let me show you what you need. I found the pattern for this doll from a website called makeitloveit.com, and I will put the link on my description box. You go to that site and you download the pattern. Now here's the girl hair pattern, and then this is a tie, and then this is the boy's hair pattern. So if you have any fleece, you can cut this out. I really didn't have any fleece or any knit, so I'm on this one, so that's why I made it using some of my yarn here. I went and got this yarn that to me it looks like hair, and that's how I created this. But you can use fabric, fleece or knit or felt to create the hair. So here's the pattern for the boy, and you go to that website, they have the pattern. Here's the body, okay, and here's the girl's hair, and that's pretty much it. So what you're going to need is you're going to need some fabric. So I do have some, and you're going to need some batting. So I got some batting, this big old thing of batting. You are going to need some fabric for the shirts and for the body. So I have this muslin, and this is this is a cotton. So I'm going to use this cotton for the body. This doll is actually going to be, I'm going to have a dress. So my next doll is going to have a dress instead of some pants, and I'm going to use this for the dress, and then I'm going to use this for the shoes, and you'll see that in a moment. I'm also going to create a collar. Now this is the website doesn't give you how to create the collar, so I did create this one, just cutting a circle, folding it over, and stitching it and folding it over. I don't really like how it came out. So now for this one, I'm going to try to use some of this lace. And I think the lace will look a lot nicer than that. So one of the things, if you are a sewer, you know you have craft scissors and fabric scissors. Do not mix these together. I had these fabric scissors, actually I hide them, and that way the kids don't take them. And I hid them so well the last time that it took me 3 months to kind of find them where I hid them. But you want to have your fabric scissors, put them safe, keep them away so your children don't get to them. And then you're going to have regular scissors. Now these scissors are to cut your pattern. So as you can see here, I already cut all my pattern out, so that way you didn't have to see me doing that. And I have the body here, but let me show you how I did that. So I'm going to bring over my muslin. And what you are going to do is, you need to cut, so let's get the head. So this is the head. And it says cut 2 on fold per doll. So you need to fold your fabric, like you see here. Let me cut that a little bit. Okay. You're going to fold your fabric. And you're going to place this on the fold line. It says fold line goes right here. So you're going to place this on your fold line right there. And usually I don't like to waste any of my fabric. So that's perfect right there. Then you're going to take some pins and you're going to pin it down. Okay, so then you're going to cut the pattern out. Okay, so once you got that one out, cut out, then you're going to fold your fabric again. And cut another head. So you need 2 heads for this doll. Okay, so there I got 2 heads. And then for the body, I already have 2 bodies cut already. Now, actually, we need to make it out of, by mistake, I cut it out on this fabric, but actually we need the body to be cut out on the material that we're going to use for the dress. But I am going to now cut, we need 4 legs and 4 arms. So just fold it over. Now there's no, here as you can see, we have no fold line like this one. It says cut on the fold. We don't cut on the fold the legs or the arms. We just need to cut just 4. And I think I can get my arms from here. And then I'll fold up another area and cut the legs. So I'm going to go ahead and cut all my patterns out and then I'll be back. I decided to alter some of my plan. I was planning to use this for the hair, but as you can see here, what you do is you place the hair flat, then you sew it in the center, but I was having a little trouble with the hair. So I'm going to try to use some felt for the hair, and then I freehand like little petal, and this is going to go at the end like here, and that's going to be like my little, it's going to be like a ponytail, and then I might put a ribbon right here or bow on each side, sew a bow on each side, and it'll be like she has a little ponytail, something like that. So let's see how that comes out. So I'm going to cut this out. I already cut most of my pieces. Another alteration that I'm going to do is I'm going to give her some leggings. Now, I saw this doll, and it's from Pinterest, and I really, really like it. So I want to make the leggings, and the shoe is going to be done with the silk. And that's why I got the idea for the ponytails. It's going to be like that. And then I might even make a little purse like that. So there's no pattern for it. I'm winging it. So for the leggings, I'm thinking that I want the leggings to be, so this is the leg. So maybe the leggings up to here might be good. So I'm going to cut this right here. Let's see. Cut this right here. I mean, it's so-and-so. Don't need to be exact. Okay. And then for the shoe, since this is the shoe, and actually I'm going to have to cut 2 more shoe, I think if I can figure out how to cut the middle part here, cut 2 more of these like this size, and then cut the a middle part out like this shoe right there, and then stitch it on. I think it will look fine. So I'll figure that one out. So I'm going to save this for my pattern of the shoe. And since I probably want the shoe to be, I'm going to cut up to here because I'm going to use this as a pattern because I want my shoe to be, so you can see a little bit of skin on there. Do a little more. And you know, it might be good like that. And then I'll cut a windle here and then cut the same size for the back size. And you know what? And I think I might cut a little more the legging because once I put the shoe on, I don't really want those leggings to be too long. So let me cut a little more. I think that's good enough. So the legging's going to be up to there. And then my shoe is coming down here with a nice little shoe. And I think that was going to look good. Okay. We'll put that aside. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the hair, cut my ponytails, and I shall be back. Okay, I think I figured out how to do the top piece. So I cut two and I fold it in half. So there's two in here. Fold it in half. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut and then cut almost like a semi-moon in there. Okay. And I think that will look nice because once you put it on, you sew it on. It's going to look okay. It's going to look fine, I think. And maybe need to cut a little better here. And then, what I think I'm going to do is, for the other doll, I used a lighter because this is synthetic. I use a lighter to kind of cinch the edges a little bit so it won't get unraveled. I think that's good. So I got all my hair cut. I got my legs cut. And I think these are extra. Oh no, these are the pieces for the shirt. So now what I need to do is you got to put on the legs first. So we're going to sew this here. Going to sew this. Then you're going to sew this here. Okay. Then once you got those sewed, we're going to take our other legs and we're going to sew the front of our legs. So this is going to get sewn here. So I'm going to go ahead and pin everything that needs to be pinned, and then we'll go to the sewing machine and start putting everything together. I hope you can see this. So what I did is I sew the two ponytails together, and then I placed it on my felt. So I pinned the felt on the head, And then I kind of created a pleat to kind of pretend that, because when it turns over, it's going to have that nice little pleat right there. So I went ahead and pleat it, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So now I'm just going to stitch it just on the hairline, making sure that it has a nice little pleat. So see how it's going to look nice once I sew this together. When I turn it over, it's going to look nice, and then I'll put a big bow at the ends there. So I'm going to do the same thing here, just making sure that I sew the hairline. So when you're sewing and you want to make a turn, you're going to put the needle in your fabric, lift up the foot, turn it, and then continue sewing. Okay, we're getting to another turn area. So we're going to put the needle down, turn, and then put the foot down. Then I'm going to back stitch. Okay, so then pretty soon these two will go together, but not yet. So now let's go ahead and sew the other pieces. I already put the legging, so we need to sew the legging on, and we're going to sew the shoe on. And I'm going to keep the black thread. That will look nice. Oh, let me cut a little more. I had to cut a little more of the legging because once I put it on, it just wasn't showing enough skin. So, and you don't need to sew the top. The only thing you need to do is sew the bottom. Sew the sides and the bottom. Okay, and then we're going to sew the shoe on. You're going to go very slowly here. And then here we're just gonna, and actually I'll change the color and we'll sew that. And then the last thing I need to sew are, then I put the sleeves on with a little bit of lace there. So that's gonna be my sleeve. So I'm gonna go ahead and sew everything together and I'll show. So that concludes the first part of assembling your doll. So we put all the pieces, we cut out all the pieces, and we put the little pieces together. We have not sewed the doll or we stuffed the doll yet. So that's going to be on our second part of this video. So I hope you are enjoying this tutorial. It's not that hard to make. It's very quick. The only reason it took me an hour and a half because I was experimenting, and it's the second time I made the doll. But hopefully it would take you a little shorter to create this. And these are perfect gifts for any of your grandchildren or your children for the Christmas. So stay tuned for the second part, and where I'm going to show you how to assemble it and put it together. And the third part will be how to create this cute little face. So thank you for watching, and see you shortly. Bye.